This is messy, amazing vintage hair. Golden goodness, okay? I always think it's so like 80s. I love it. What's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dane. Welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. So I think there's something that people might be missing, and I just want to put in my 2 cents. So in my opinion, what I get about our whole circumstance right now is that genuinely, I think Trump wants to be king of the USA. And I think that he feels as though it's his birthright and it spiritually aligns with him. Like this is 5D chess. This has now become next level. And I do feel that in me hearty. I have felt that for a while now. I knew from his first presidency that if he were to gain office, that's going to change America forever and our trajectory and basically what some may call our timeline. You know, I really do try and speak in a way to where everyone can understand me on every level. So however you view it, right? It's solid, but do just heed the word, right? I have a feeling that he genuinely does want to be king. I have a feeling that he only surrounds himself with people he views as high class society or king. And oof, it's crazy how things like this are coming up though. How like, okay, for one, the egg thing, who would have known the symbology of this egg, right? Side quest. Bing. The side quest right quick is going to be how viral the whole egg thing went, right? And then we have an egg connection with who? Diddy. And now we have this egg connection with what? All the eggs being impossible to get or reach or buy.
One of their retrievals was an egg-shaped UFO. And apparently after this came out, it gave this one guy the courage to disclose the stuff that they found in Antarctica, supposedly, of this same egg-shaped UFO that they found in Antarctica. Did I just like go in a full circle?
I just find that curious. People, do not make me giggle, okay? Some people are taking certain things. I mean, that's basically what it is, right? That's how people utilize these things. They take things way out of proportion and like blow it up and make it 10 times worse and so dramatic. It's cray.
Welcome back and thank you for joining me. Recently, I had this feeling that Trump would attempt to essentially be king. And what it says in the official rule book, if you will, it says that no person shall be elected to the office of president more than twice. No person who has held office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term, which to some other person elected shall be elected to the office as president more than once. But this article shall not apply to the person holding office when the president of this is in order. Isn't that curious? And then it says, article was proposed by Congress and shall not prevent any person who may be holding the office of president. The question of having term limits on elected officials harkens back to the first debate surrounding the Constitution's ratification by the laws enacted beneath the previous articles. Federation, the office of president did not exist as the Congress wielded both legislative and executive authority while the concept of individual holding the title of president was created. This is it. This is one of the most important pieces. Framers differed several ways as to how they would be elected for how long. Alexander Hamilton and James Madison, for instance, envisioned a president who would be nominated by the Congress to serve for life. This raised concerns that the United States would effectively turn into an elective monarchy, but the proposals for president terms were also met with divided reception. They're already going back to the oldest laws and seeing what they can do. I would not be surprised. It was eventually determined that these votes would go through the people and the electoral college system, and the prospective president-elect would not be bound by the term of limits. The decision of George Washington was the first president of the United States to voluntarily step down from office after 2 terms, established an unofficial tradition. But then we have Roosevelt, who ran again after serving 2 terms for president again in 1940 because there was something serious going on, known as WW2, because there was some type of conflict. So in regards to this, what it ends up saying is that Trump, essentially, since he did not serve 2 terms in a row, could go for a 3rd term, essentially. He could take a stab at it. Trump has remarked a few occasions since being sworn in for the 2nd term that he wouldn't be running again unless the people insist and figure it out. He's telling us, he's like literally telling you guys, unless you figure this out, unless you realize that this is what can happen, then no, I'm not going to do it again. But if the layman folks, if the common everyday person realizes that through the law, these things can happen, then he will do so again. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Trump is essentially saying, listen, like, you guys sort it out, like, actually figure it out, which now we know he absolutely could run for a third term. Will he? What happens is it takes it from the crazy off the wall to on the wall. That's what this lady said. That's funny. What do you guys think? Let me know. I mean, I know it's coded, but god dang.
I will say that the fact that Elon was in the office with their child and Trump, they were all just chilling, that's a power move. That's a power move. Trump loves utilizing the news and the media outlets. So, of course, he's going to think, if we're just chilling anyways, hey, Elon, why don't you come on over and just explain to the press? Like, wouldn't that be so much easier if you just, like, told them what it's about so everybody can chill? And Elon's like, yeah, sure, but I have the kid today. So I could just hear Trump being like, oh, bring your boy. It's all good. Like, bring the child. It's all great. No problem. But, sir, I couldn't bring my child to, the Oval Office and be disruptive, and maybe it's just too much. And he said, oh no, I love kids. We love kids. There's kids all over. Kids are always running through the White House. Just great. Love kids, right? They do, and they do, and they do. God bless America. Oh golly. It gets even crazier because it's not just about the fact that, like, people are taking clips of the so-called visit, right, to the White House that Elon had to chit-chat about what Doge is really doing. Consider this. Like, that is a power play. That is a power move. It's him being like, just explain it to the people. They'll feel better. And Trump knows the media. He knows television. And he knows who watches it. He knows how to target his target. Ain't no doubt about that. But it gets crazier because people are literally online being like, this child's being used for manipulation. No, that child just had a day with his daddy, and we should be grateful for that. Thank you, Elon, for caring for one of your 12 children. Men, we love when they do men things, like anything. And I love this because it goes with a video that's coming up soon. Don't worry, I'm just gonna keep dropping hints on what I'm working on, and I won't go more into it than that. Anywho, so people are concerned because the child is at the White House in the Oval Office thinking, oh my goodness, this child, like, what a terror, so untamed, what a feral being. First of all, don't judge children, maybe? It's a kid. It's a kid. It's a kid. Like, just maybe don't. You can think it, but just, there's so much that just, and I thought basically what I'm saying is this is a power play move. This is a move. Like, this is him being like, look at America. We're going back to our roots. We're going back to traditions. Look at this daddy being a daddy. Ugh. Can I get an amen? And also, it shows us that Trump's just like you. He has chaos in his life consistently all the time and never feels safe. How about inclusion and acceptance for all? Yay, America, we did it. We're getting there. Somehow. We're just like bumper cars. And you know why that is? Because people aren't taking spirituality and their faith and belief. They're not holding that in mind. And they should. Yes, should. You absolutely should. But here's the real big deal that is a power play move, like the actual move, is the fact that Donald Trump was like, this is X, Elon's son. What does he say about the son? What does he say about X? He says, let's freaking go. The first thing that he says, and while introducing X, because Elon and Trump know there's just a child running around, the press is going to be like, what's going on? So Trump says, this is He is highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. And that's how he's going to keep winning. That's how Trump could end up being king of America, y'all. And I don't have to keep reminding you, but like, neither side for me. Thank you. I know that both sides have their own agendas, and he called him highly intelligent. Hello. Ding, ding, ding. Finally, someone's getting it right. Thank you for finally, like, acknowledging that it is someone who is highly intelligent, and Trump has comfort in that. Why? That is normal. That is so normal to him. Why? Because, bring him in, it's Barron Trump, everybody. He's 8 foot tall, 18 years old, and about to go to some amazing college. Wow. I hope Barron is living his life for him and chooses his route genuinely to his heart and soul. Like, if you don't want to do it, man, vocalize it. If you don't feel comfortable in this route, vocalize it. Just be authentic to yourself, and I can see that up to this point, he seems to be. He wants to embody that type of... He wants to elicit that type of response when he's amongst people. I mean, you can't miss him. He's like, dang, Barron. You went from, like, 3 to, like, wow, way up there, eh? You know how many times he probably has to hear, how's the weather? That's probably what... You know it. You know it. That's what... I bet that's what Biden said to him. How's the weather up there? And that's why he's like, shut up, old man. And he's like, damn. Bring back bad lip reading. Listen, y'all, if that's 40 chess, then that's game, check, match. Fact is that these things, it is what it is. That is normal. That is genuine, and that is true. And people are gonna vibe on that. I don't know. And I also think that people were thinking that X was telling Trump, you're not president, go away. No way. That's not at all what he was doing. He was mouthing off to the press. And I feel like anyone who has a child, like, that's pretty clear, you know? He was telling the press to go away. You know how often they probably have to deal with this stuff, like people following them everywhere? Come on. You know that he was not talking to he's not even looking at Trump, so he's like, straight at the press. You need to go away. Who are you? That's what this kid is saying. I'm just here for the chaos and the fun, y'all, okay? That's what we're here for. We're gonna have some giggles about the chaos, because what can we do? We're just here for the ride. Floating amongst the madness.